Hello. Today is February 18th, 2024. I'm really going to throw it back today with today's journal and have no theme and just discuss life and I guess today's agenda. Today's agenda is very simple. I'm going to work now. I'll work till around 8:30 to 9, go home, shower, do some homework, and go to bed. Not much else going on. In terms of an all-day shift, 10-ish up to 11 hours. It's not terrible because, it's 9:30 in the morning right now. Like, I've done a few things today. I finished Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I'll probably discuss tomorrow or upcoming. I don't know. Don't want to make any false promises, But in terms of an all-day shift, it's not that bad where I work. It can get tiring, and like tomorrow I'll probably be feeling the effects. It's definitely, it's not the greatest way to spend a day, but at least you're making money throughout. I don't know. I don't think there's really too much of a point to delve into like the psychology of an all-day shift. There's just not much to be said. You're in one place for the vast majority of your day. That's about it. I just got done house sitting. If I wasn't working this morning, I'd be house sitting, but got done house sitting for my grandparents, and they should be back to the house in 5-ish, 6-ish hours. So my dog shouldn't be home alone for too long. Nothing out of the ordinary, at least. Over these past few days, I have realized that I do not enjoy house sitting. Not having what your usual accommodations is not fun, especially because my laptop right now is broken, and so I couldn't do homework. I couldn't write some things that I want to start writing. Couldn't do those. Couldn't video edit, even though I don't really like video editing on my laptop anyways, but I might have given it a go, because I'm not gonna be like, oh, I've got the free here, party. That's just not my style. And then at least anymore, but that's enough said about that. And I'm not gonna really leave because it's my duty to house sit. Leave and go get some food, sure, but I'm not gonna leave for hours on end. But it is what it is. Help my grandparents out. They're going through a tough time with my great uncle passing, so there's that. And it's the house I grew up in, but it is definitely strange being there alone at this age. It is different. Other than that, I don't know. Over the past few days while I've been there, I just was watching a lot of Top Chef, reading, and that's about it. It just felt very dull to a certain point. The first night, fine, whatever. Second night, it's whoa, this is bad. Yeah, I got some pizza delivered to me with some boneless wings, but those boneless wings were probably some of the worst I've ever had. They were from Papa John's, which I've had Papa John's traditional wings before. I'm really throwing it back with just some very casual discussion, but I've had their traditional wings before, and they're not the greatest, but I didn't ever really mind the sauce. The sauce for the wings was solid. Obviously, the quality of the chicken's not the greatest, but they added boneless wings to the menu, so I was like, yeah, I'll buy some of these too, so I'll have them, for the next couple days. Because the pizza I got was small. I pretty much finished it all by myself, but it was a personal pizza, not too bad. But I'm trying these boneless wings, and not only do they not come with a whole lot of sauce on it, which is fine. An overly sauced wing loses its crunchiness, sort of like its structural integrity almost. They get a little soggy and whatnot. Can you tell I've been watching Top Chef? So, I wasn't too displeased with the lack of sauce, but not only was the breading completely disgusting, like there was like a soft breading on it. And when I mean soft, like minimal. There's a minimal breading, and that's also not bad. Like if the chicken's good, the minimal breading is just like sort of an accentuation of the chicken. But the chicken was terrible. I mean, I thought that it might have been raw. It was just so chewy and gristly. No, never again. Do not eat Papa John's boneless wings, which might end up being the title of today's journal. We'll see how much longer I continue rambling on for. But yeah, back to Top Chef. I've been watching it. It's a pretty good show. There's 2 seasons of it on Netflix right now. So far, the first season that I watched was better than the second season. The second season is season 6, and the first is, I forget. But so far, the first season is better. But the second season that I've been watching is still pretty solid. And really, a lot of the contestants talk about like their Top Chef journey, and I know that a lot of this is manufactured, but it did get brought back to talking about authenticity and doing things your way, which, I don't know, doing with like the things that you love as well, because I think that is different than doing things your way. Doing things your way is a bit more intuitive than doing things you love, I'd argue. But after all, this is just how it's framed in my mind. Nonetheless, I was kind of just struck by it. A lot of the contestants, like one of the contestants, I'll try to avoid spoilers, but one of the contestants went pretty far after she discovered, like, hey, I'm making people food, or I'm making food for other people right now. And she was doing bad. She was doing bad on the competition. Well, there you go. There's a spoiler. It's a woman. But she switches up her mentality. It's like, I'm going to cook food for me. And she ends up doing really well. And that's what I'll say. But one of the things that I really enjoy and love doing is writing. And it kind of goes, like my family, we are sort of writers. Critically acclaimed, no, but my granddad has published books, not my style, I'll say that, but, I'm gonna get back to it, because I have some ideas, not only for YouTube videos, but some other ideas that I'd like to do, and I've kind of been neglecting that part of myself, and I haven't been the best mentally, for a number of reasons, whether it's doubt or nervousness, these sorts of things. I think this could potentially help, and that's the original intention of the journal, was more so to get myself back on track, because at that time I was kind of going through it. And then now, the journals have evolved in some ways. But, yeah. Top Chef, pretty cool. I do, I don't know. It depends on how impressionable or what sort of cynicism is lying within yourself, I guess. But if you're just receptive to ideas, even, kind of putting aside the origin of the idea, which I guess that could open up a can of worms if you disagree with that, but please just, bear with me for the sake of simplicity. But yeah, if you're just receptive to ideas, why not, take the pieces that you enjoy, or take the pieces that you're like, it's kind of right, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think that's where I'll leave it for today's journal. I'm on the tired side because I mentioned this yesterday, but my grandparents' dog, my dog, is used to getting up at 5:30, and that's the exact time she got up today. I tried to go back to sleep, but she's just very, very used to getting up at that time. Yeah, so I'll be having a second dose of caffeine today, without a doubt. Yeah, it's Sunday. Hope it's been a good weekend for you. It was only okay for me. Since today's a throwback, I can't really rate my day because it's the beginning. So I'll rate my weekend, because I'm not really going to count this as the weekend. I'll just count the weekend as Friday, Saturday. It was a 4.4. Like, it's almost 4.5, but I don't even think it really deserves that. It wasn't the greatest, but definitely not the worst. 4.4 is better than 0, so I'll take it, I guess. But yeah, peace and love.